We'd like to formally welcome everyone here tonight to the National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. If you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Erica Ferrer. I'm one of the assistant principals and one of the co-advisors of the National Honor Society.
And I'm Lauren Meeder, a guidance counselor at the high school, as well as the co-advisor of the National Honor Society.
We are going to turn over the program to our officers, and we will see you at the end of the program.
On behalf of myself, Mrs. Ducuto, Mrs. Spur, and Mr. Talbot who could be with us tonight, good evening, families, faculty, and most importantly, our newest inductees. Tonight we gather to celebrate a group of students who exemplify the highest ideals of scholarship, leadership, service, and character, the four pillars of the National Honor Society. This moment is more than an honor. It is a recognition of the dedication and integrity you've demonstrated throughout your high school journey. And of course, you probably started well before that. You pushed yourself academically, embraced opportunities to lead, given back to your community, and upheld the values that make you role models among peers. Tonight's pillars exemplify who you are, not only as a student, but as a person. Scholarship is not just about grades, but about love of learning and the drive to expand your knowledge. Leadership is not about titles, but inspiring those around you to be the best. Service is not about recognizing the needs of others and is about recognizing the needs of others and taking action to make a difference. And character, the foundation of the four pillars, is about making the right choices, especially when nobody's watching. It's the pillar I'm most proud of you for because it can't be quantified. You know it when you see it, and as your principal, there's no greater pride that I have in this school that when, and I'm happy to say this, it happens regularly, somebody either stops me or sends me an email or a note telling me what kind of stuff, wonderful people we have at the school. And of course I know this, we have the best around, but I might be a little biased, but when people take time out of their day to call the principal to pay a compliment, it's what makes our school community so very special. And you are the faces of the leaders that do that work. And I certainly can't take all the credit, so I thank you, and I thank your families that are here tonight because they are sharing their most prized possessions with us. Your families who supported, encouraged, and shaped you into the outstanding people seated here tonight. It is my privilege to help induct you tonight. Mr. Rogers, and you're probably all too young to know who Mr. Rogers is, but I'm hoping some of the people in the back are old like me do. He was ran a children's show that was on television once upon a time. Everyone knew it, and you should look it up because the puppets are a little creepy, but they were amazing kind of all at the same time. Anyway. On the show, Mr. Rogers once said, there are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first one is to be kind, the second way is to be kind, and the third way is to be kind. That is exactly what tonight represents. Not just your academic achievements, although they are impressive, but also the way you have chosen to lead with compassion, integrity, and a commitment to make the world a better place. Congratulations to our newly inducted National Honor Society members. You've earned this moment, and we cannot wait to see where you continue to lead, serve, and inspire, both here at Somerset Berkley and beyond. Thank you.
I would now like to welcome our superintendent, Mr. Schoonover, for Dakota, and current members of the National Honor Society, but most importantly, tonight's inductees into the Edward J. Galen chapter of the National Honor Society. It is an honor to be here tonight to celebrate your achievements. Somerset Berkley Regional High School takes great pride in recognizing our students' talents and successes throughout the year. This is one of those events that stands apart from the rest. The National Honor Society represents far more than just academic achievements. While your success in the classroom is what opened the door for you to be here this evening, it was the demonstration of your leadership, character, and service that got you through the door tonight to earn this distinction. You have demonstrated integrity, a commitment to your community, a commitment to excellence, and the ability to inspire those around you. As you participate in events like this over the next year or two, be sure to take a moment just to pause and reflect. Too often we rush from one event or one challenge to the next without taking the time to reflect how far we've come. And find a moment tonight to celebrate your hard work and recognize what this accomplishment means. You exemplify the qualities of what we try to instill in all of our students here at Somerset Berkley. Curiosity, innovation, respect, resilience, empathy, the pursuit of excellence. You are the role models to the other students in this high school, and you set the standards for what it means to be honorable. So with that, congratulations on this well-deserved achievement. Thank you.
I will now let's welcome our President, Rachel. Good evening and congratulations to all the new inductees. You should all be extremely proud to receive this recognition for all the hard work and dedication you have displayed in your academic career. Tonight, I will discuss one of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, leadership. I believe that successful leadership does not exist without trust. A leader must not only be trusted by their peers, but have the ability to trust them in return. Much of my understanding of leadership can be attributed to my involvement in our school show choir program. As dance and vocal captain, I work closely with the other members of the show choir leadership team, a group of 4 people that I have honored to call my friends. I know that when I falter, they are there to pick me up, and I do the same to them. Leadership is rarely an individual thing. Though I have very different responsibilities than the president and vice president of the show choir do, we are all working towards the same goal, doing everything that we can to help the group improve. When you share a common goal with someone, trust becomes more than just logic. It becomes a necessity. Now, I ask all of you to extend your trust to the people sitting around you. Tonight, if you become members of the National Honor Society, all of you will become united by a shared goal of upholding the 4 pillars of leadership, scholarship, service, and character, both now and for the rest of your life. I do not need to lecture you on what it means to be a leader, because your acceptance into the National Honor Society is enough to prove that you are already a leader. We are all leaders, whether in our school, our community, or beyond, who have helped and will help to initiate change, inspire positivity, and shape the world around you. My goal is to remind you that these are not things that you have to do on your own. You are surrounded by people that are capable of doing them well. Something that intrigues me about the pillar of leadership is how it is inseparable from the other 3 pillars. A leader without character lacks the ethical awareness and sense of compassion that protects their morality. A leader without scholarship lacks the dedication and insight that is required to truly understand their convictions. A leader who does not perform service does not understand the purpose of improving the world around them. It is clear that the pillars support one. As John Quincy Adams once said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more, you are a leader. I believe that through dreaming, we find a sense of hope that engages every aspect of our character. Through learning, we become educated, aware scholars, and understand that knowledge is synonymous with power. Through doing and serving our community, we figure out the best ways to meet the needs of others. When we have succeeded in these 3 things, we are, in turn, able to become successful leaders. ask you to remember that your leadership capabilities do not finish you. Those of you in this room have extraordinary futures lying ahead. As you move beyond high school and into those futures, you must remember the importance of believing in your peers as much as you believe in yourself. All of you have the power to create change. Together, you have the power to change the world. Thank you. I would now like to welcome up our Vice President, Dr. Drummond, to speak on this pillar of service.
Hello all. Before I begin, I'd like to thank Dr. Brusser, Ms. Frere, and Ms. Meter for the opportunity to speak to you all tonight. Second, I would like to congratulate all new inductees to National Honor Society and assure you that your hard work and dedication has not gone unnoticed. Now, part of being accepted to this, I'm sure you're all aware of, was the requirement to complete a certain number of hours of community service. However, I would like to speak on what this truly means and why this is such an integral part of the National Honor Society. Service itself, according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, has multiple different definitions. These include help, use, or benefit, a helpful act, or a contribution or helping to the welfare of others. Now, it might be obvious that the word help appeared in all of these definitions in some way, shape, or form. However, it is the last definition of service, being a contribution to the welfare of others, that I believe is the most important and most meaningful to keep in mind as you are all inducted into the National Honor Society. I am sure that there are countless ways that each of you provide service over your high school career. To list a few, these can include being a big buddy for incoming students, volunteering as part of Raiders reaching out, helping with sports events, or tutoring younger students. From my personal experience, I assisted in teaching a class at the Kids Summer Learning Center here at SB, helped set up cross-country meets at Somerset Berkley, and collected and tested water samples for the Busted Bay Coalition. I know that I speak for many of you, even including myself, when I say that the main motivation for completing these acts was to fulfill either the graduation or National Honor Society requirements. And while this may have been the reason to complete these actions, I would like to show the more important and more direct effect that these acts have had as a result of all of your time and hard work performing them, apart from just graduating or just becoming inducted into the NHS. One of the ways that I provide service that I neglected to mention is through being a lifeguard at the Fall River YMCA. Apart from the obvious duties of the job, like scanning the water, helping struggling swimmers, and setting up the pool, the more simple action I perform is greeting people as they walk onto the pool deck area. This might seem like something extremely minute when it comes to the overall tasks of my work, but to me, it is the most important thing that I do while working. Either directly from poolgoers or indirectly from other lifeguards, I have been told that it is this simple act of kindness that brightens the day of each person that comes into the pool and contributes to a sense of community and inclusivity at the YMCA. After realizing the effect of such a small act of service, I reflected on my previous actions over high school and considered the potential impact that they may have had. For example, my actions specifically may have helped foster a fun and welcoming environment for children in summer programs, contributed to exercise and proper competition for young runners, and kept track of water quality in our local waterways and fostered a safer and healthier environment for our greater community. For all of you, specifically for the services I mentioned earlier, so many of you have created a safe and welcoming environment for incoming freshmen, helped to provide basic needs to the disadvantaged, or assisted in the academic journey of younger students. What I hope you can all see is that any action that you have completed to earn a spot in the National Honor Society is one that has made a real, concrete impact on someone else, maybe even on many people. And now, as part of this society, you already exemplify the pillar of service, which is making a contribution to the welfare of others. What I ask of all of you as I conclude is to continue to perform these acts of service, even as small as greeting someone new, and as a result, continue to make a difference in our community. Congratulations to you all, and thank you. I would now like to welcome our Secretary, Ashley Lynn.
Good evening and thank you all for coming. Before I start, I want to take a moment to congratulate the juniors and seniors that we inducted today. You have all worked really hard to be where you are now, whether you focus your efforts on academics, sports, community service, or other extracurriculars. I want you to know that make up your character. Even if your postal pieces primarily contain sports and community service, or perhaps your favorite hobbies and pastimes, there's still the little pieces to the big picture. Now, what is character exactly? While drafting to the stage, I scored through dozens of websites and none gave me the same definition of character. To some, it may be the physical and mental qualities that make up an individual, while to others, it's what makes you different from peers. Overall, the definition of character is not to use this. Whether you believe that character is being selfless despite being in the depths of despair, or simply standing up for your own beliefs, it's up to you to decide. If you were to ask me for my definition of character, I would leave to you the answer. However, from my experiences, I would say that character is based on your IQ and mindset. Last year, while I was in my civics class, the class I'm sure that most, if not all, we should be familiar with, a group of my friends and I decided to focus our project on supporting the migrants in our community by collecting donations to distribute to the ends that they were staying at. Throughout the project, I kept thinking that we were too late and that there wasn't much that we would do since we were just students. As the days went by and our project continued, we made phone calls to several individuals and attempted to collect donations. Even as we struggled to contact the individuals on our list and disappointed ourselves with the donations we collected, we still continued our project. As the days turned into weeks and our project finally completed, I'm not ashamed to say that we didn't obtain focus funds, and that we only donated to individuals. Even as we presented our project at our civic shows and were approached by some nice remarks, I'm glad we closed our project last week. It didn't matter that we didn't collect any donations, since there were still things that we were able to do. It didn't matter that we could help people, because at least we brightened the day of one person, and to me that was enough. If I was to go back in time, I wouldn't change what I chose to do my project on. The only thing I would change is my approach to it. Despite approaching this project with an unfavorable view of my capabilities, I'm glad I was able to change my perspective. The further along I went with this project, the more I noticed the difference I was making. Even if I had only moved one person's life for a day, I would still choose to do this project all over again, because to me that was what character was. Having an appropriate attitude when someone faced with different challenges regardless of the service. As all of you approach the next stages of your life and face challenges awaiting you, I want you to remember that you won't be able to perfectly solve each problem in your life. There isn't an easy solution, you might feel overwhelmed and stressed. When this happens, think back on your pursuits and take your character into consideration. Approach each problem with an appropriate mindset and attitude and take the next step forward. As mentioned in one of my favorite book series, I might not be able to decide if my path is easy or not, but whether I try the path is entirely up to me. Even if you're not able to control the challenges that will be thrown at you, you're still given two options to continue or to stop, and your decision will shape the next puzzle piece that are you. Thank you. I would now like to welcome our treasurer and coordinator.
Good evening, esteemed guests, faculty, parents, and most importantly, the students who are here to honor today. It is both a privilege and an honor to speak before you on the importance of scholarship, one of the four pillars of the National Honor Society. Scholarship is one of those words that we all can identify with, but it is difficult to define. As I turn to the dictionary, I find it being defined as academic study or achievement, learning at a high level. However, this definition does not truly encapsulate the meaning behind which an easily definable concept. As we gather here to celebrate the accomplishments and hard work of these exceptional students, we are reminded of the power that scholarship holds, not just as an academic achievement, but as a guiding principle for a lifetime of growth and learning. Scholarship in its purest form goes beyond simply excelling in the classroom. It is about the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. It is about developing a love for learning that transcends grades and assignments. Those who exemplify scholarship are not just those who memorize facts, but those who ask questions, seek deeper meanings, and challenge themselves to think critically about the world around them. As we journey through adolescence, our commitment to learning changes with us. As young children, we are all excited to learn everything there is to discover. As we get older and venture into the grasps of middle school competition, we fight to learn more to get ahead. However, knowledge for the sake of knowledge is not our main priority during this time.
When you get into high school is when it all becomes a little more real. Our futures are near, our lives are about to begin. That's a scary thing to think about as a teenager. We begin to focus on our advancements in learning much more deeply than ever before. We recognize that knowledge will give us the opportunity for success. As National Honor Society inductees, you have all demonstrated a consistent commitment to your studies, earning you the opportunity to be recognized today. But scholarship is not just about what you have achieved, it is also about what you will continue to achieve in the future. It's about maintaining a curiosity, a drive, and an unwavering desire to grow intellectually, regardless of the subject or challenge that lies ahead. In the world beyond this ceremony, your scholarship will continue to serve as a foundation. It will guide you through the ever-evolving demands of life and career. In every decision you make and every opportunity you pursue, your ability to think critically and learn will be your greatest asset. The scholarship also requires discipline. It means staying focused when distractions emerge, managing your time wisely, and continuously setting goals for yourself. It calls for resilience in the face of challenges and the determination to keep going when things get tough. True scholars know that learning is not a linear path, but a journey that involves perseverance and adaptability. As members of the National Honor Society, you are entrusted with the responsibility to be role models, not just in your academics, but in how you inspire others to embrace the power of knowledge. You are ambassadors for many in your school and community, encouraging those around you to aim higher, think deeper, and strive for excellence. To the inductees here today, you have earned a place in the National Honor Society through your dedication to scholarship, but this is only the beginning. As you continue on your academic journey, I encourage you to remain passionate about learning, to continue to seek out new opportunities, and to approach every challenge with a growth mindset. Remember, scholarship is not a destination, but a lifelong pursuit. In closing, I leave you with this thought. Let your scholarship not just be measured in grades, but in the depth of your curiosity, the profoundness of your knowledge, and the impact you make on the world around you. May you always strive to learn, to grow, and to be an inspiration to others. Congratulations once again to all of you for your hard work and commitment. We look forward to the incredible things you will continue to accomplish. Thank you. I would now like to welcome Ms. Meter, Ms. Pereira, Dr. Brelsford, and Ms. Takuya for the induction of the members.
I'd also like to call on the superintendent, Mr. Somerset Berkley, to start the induction process. I'm going to start calling names. As soon as you hear the first name in your row, you're going to stand up, everyone's going to walk to the left, and then you're going to walk across the stage. There are some students who are not here tonight. They are representing our school extracurricular activities, but we're going to call their name anyways. Parents, I just want to make sure you have your phones out and ready to take pictures. Everybody's welcome to take pictures of their brothers and joy. Peyton Allard, Emily Almeida, Emery Andrews, Matthew Barboza, Lucia Bart, Hope Betancourt, Riley Brown, James Buscaglia, Logan Cabral, Michael Cabral, Bryson Kane, Louise Tasso, Abigail Charette, Tammy Chen, Julia Costa, Yasmin D'Souza, Andrew Dion, Braden Dorigo, Ashlyn Durand, Jacob Faria, Troy Faria, Gabrielle Farias, Emily Fernandez, Braden Ferreira, Taylor Figueredo, Adeline Finlaw, Brooke Fisher, Abigail Gloucester, Isabel Gomez, Maya Good, Andrew Peru, Madeline Hoyle, Nathaniel Hewer, Aisha Imran, Evan Isidoro, Alexander Javier, Emma Javier, Rita Mel, Lauren Caduce. Grace Kayada, Michelle Khan, Aileen Lee, Christina Lagakis, Lily Machado, Caitlin McKinnon, Audrey McNally, Lily Miss, Julia Morera, Aiden Morris, Adrian Narcock, Patrick O'Donovan, Elizabeth Pegg, Lillian Peters, Mackenzie Pyers, Jason Poisson, Julia Polkowski, Levi Raposo, Nicholas Rigo, Skylar Rivers, Catherine Russo, Austin Russell, Nicholas Scanlon, Braden Silva, Ella Souza, Olivia Souza, Samantha Souza, Daniel Sabota, Tatum Swanson, Owen Talman, Katie Thomas, Luke Thornton. Congratulations to the new inducted class of the National Honor Society.
Inside your folders, you will find your Honor Society certificate, the National Honor Society pledge, and the National Honor Society card. If you remain in the National Honor Society until your graduation, then you will receive your regalia for your graduation at that time. At this time, with the candidates only, please stand and we will recite your pledge for the induction. I'm just going to start, then you're all going to say, okay? I pledge
ever to handle the whole induction for us, so we appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'd also, again, as we mentioned, this evening is a very important night, and as I just stated before we did the pledge, and we talked about the regalia for graduation, we have to remind our students that we will continue to uphold the pillars, meaning that your character, service, on leadership, and scholarship will continue to be measured throughout your time here with us. And it's not a fortunate thing, but we do mention that if at any point there is a violation, we do have to follow through with our protocol. And we hope and we know that we will not have to do that with anyone that's here, but we always do remind all of our students the importance of remaining good citizens of Somerset Berkley Regional High School, both inside and outside of school. And again, I want to extend my appreciation to those students who are also representing us tonight in playoffs and performances, because I know how much they want to be here, but we are cheering them on, so we hope to have a successful evening